Right, we're back with the 2500 sub special, Sonic Ray Zero Gravity, all extreme ranks for mission mode. Up to Eating Rocks. Everything's just fine. So far anyway. Okay, that just needs another go. That's more like it. What the fuck? It's really dark. It's really dark somehow. I don't know. Yeah, hold up. It's really dark. Don't know what happened there, but alright. Needs more brightness. Still a little bit fucked up, but alright. Oh yeah! Actually, grinding might be faster. I kind of forgot already, but whatever. I don't think I did this mission in a while, so whatever. I'm not entirely concerned. In the normal track of Eating Rocks, you try to get around that whole business of having to turn around almost completely. But it's not really possible for that to happen. I don't know. You can't get around it somehow. I don't know why.
Ready?
1 minute already. What the? What have I been doing? Alright, whatever. It's good. Next. Brightness is definitely a little bit screwed up. It's automatic. I'm saying it's automatic now because it actually worked out a bit better yesterday. So, yeah, this is the way I'm going to try to do things from now on. But the reaction time just doesn't make things any better, really. So the reaction time is just not good enough. Right, ring mission. Let's go. There are like a lot of rings here. And you want to go that way, of course. Cause they were a shitload! I missed! Why did I do that? Why did I do that? Okay, whatever. Yeah, let's go. No idea why I pressed that button. I'm wrong. Kinda meant to press brake. But yeah, it's 125 for that normal. It's 175 for that super. And I think it's like 225 for that extreme, if I'm not mistaken. I really don't even remember. Might be 200, might be 225, I don't really know. Yeah, no biggie. Okay, and how many rings left? Done. That's done. I don't remember my... I think it was like 300 something. I nearly got 400 here. There's a crap load of rings here. There's easy 500 in this stage, actually. Very easy 500. Okay, 313. Whatever. But yeah, there's a very easy close to 500 here. It's a lot. A lot of rings. See, yeah, no real concern there. Mission 3, score at least 18. Don't remember what the extreme was. I think it's 36, I want to say. You only have about 5 extreme frames, I believe, 4 or 5. You don't have a lot to work with, so you really want to make sure you try to get those X's as much as possible. Not nailing it. Not nailing it. I'm getting the combo right. It's just I'm not going fast enough. Yeah. I'm not getting close to that ending. Okay, 27 for Super. I hope I have enough. I really don't want to do it again. This might actually be the last trip. I have no idea. This might be the last trip ramp. I have no idea. Right, so down is what I didn't do yet, I don't think. Too early again. This is BS. .36 is extreme. Yeah, we gotta go again. We gotta go again. The best in theoretical terms is going 4-4 with X ranks, and I think that actually might be perfect max. Going 4-4 with X's. The combination here is right, left, up, and then down. It'll be down for number 4. But getting the minimum 6 is not going to be that difficult as long as I hold down at some point. Getting the minimum 6 there. Might as well speed it up a little bit. There's no need to wait. You don't have to. I think I'm getting 6. And figures. Alright. Extreme rank is good. Holding down at the right point, that last one is definitely tricky to pull off though. Because your Q is a little bit hard to figure out. Wait, does it go down? I want to see it. No, it doesn't go down. Because if Tails started going down, he'd go pretty far down. you wouldn't actually stop until like the first available point. Another gravity action mission. I'd just like to note that in the hero story, Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, and Amy are usually up. In the Babylon story, the Babylon... Oh, this is not gravity action, this is knocking pots. Yeah, I remember now. These missions aren't so great, actually. They're actually kind of weird. If you start missing pots, you're not getting the extreme rank. So the Babylon thieves are up for the Babylon story, but Amy does make at least one appearance, if I'm not mistaken, for no apparent reason. I don't know since when Amy was part of the... Amy's just part of both, apparently. I have no idea. Anyway, yeah. They call it exclusion, but I have no idea why. But, yeah, you really gotta know where these pots are. You really gotta know where these guys are. And you gotta try not to miss as much as possible. Not missing is very important. You can't just slow down and hit the meter because you won't be able to do that. Oh, hell no if you think I'm missing that. Hell no. I really just fucked it up, didn't I? Yeah, we gotta go again. Shit. But yeah, in some missions you could wind up doing that, and they do respawn. This is not one of them, though. No, I'm thinking Tidal Tempest, Sonic City again. Oh boy, Tempest Waterway, rather. Yeah, that's one mission where they do respawn, if you wind up having to go back. They take a little while to respawn, so, yeah. Not very advantageous if you think about it. It's best to just hit him the first time and just be done with it. Try not to go around the pad, just go with it as much as possible. Right, there we go. Done and done. Alright, next. Those type of missions are a little bit boring, in my opinion, but yeah. Alright, number 5, Meteor Burst again. This one's a little bit tricky. There's some very tricky points. You start off at, just whatever. There's nothing yet. You really can't do much here in this section. It just doesn't really say much. However, you have your first target right here, so you gotta start gravity diving. Oh shit, I missed one. Oh crap. We gotta go back around. We can. Yes, we can, okay.
Ready? Go!
I still think we missed the one, so we gotta go back. Yeah. We gotta go back. We gotta go do it again. Where is it? That one's a little bit weird. I don't know why that one's there, but whatever. You can't go anywhere else, you just gotta go straight. You can't do anything else. I'd just like to note that you actually have to build up your gauge. As opposed to for them giving it to you. That's the difference here. And I only just realized that. Right, these count too, so you gotta hit them. That last one's a little bit weird. I don't know why that's there. Why that's there so far out. Not really sure. But yeah, 15 might be possible with that one, but I don't know if we can hit that one. I honestly have no clue, so yeah. But yeah, 14 is the extreme rank. And you follow up with another gravity dive mission, another target mission. There aren't too many of these, but some of these are really just annoying more than anything else. There really aren't a lot of these. And they're really quite simple, but they're just a bit annoying more than anything else. Nope, you start immediately though, as opposed to the last mission. You're gonna see. That was better. You also get the extended gauge for this one, in before you need it. Just gotta look around a little bit. They give you 100 GP for this part because you need a lot here. That's all though. You probably don't have that much GP at this point anyway. Or not at all. That's also a possibility. They give you more. 50. They give you more over here as well. I think it's another 50. 16. Go. Mission 7, another gravity point mission. Really simple if you think about it. All it takes is 4 X's, and you can get 4 X's here if you have practiced in Mission 3. That's all you really need. But I'm sure there's an additional point here. But it's all you really need, just the 4 X's. If you can pull them off, then you're done. That's it. You don't need anything further. The combination is the same for all characters, it just varies by stage. That's 150. And very important that you just take your tight turn like that. Just use the brake. You don't need to use the gravity move there. You don't need to do it here either. I'm not entirely sure if they actually give you those things to gravity dive, but I'm not entirely sure about that. Okay, I kind of failed that one, but alright. You get this as well, so it's going to help you here. Note your clock is not very lenient here. Running on about 5 seconds left. 40. But 200 is 200. $200's the max. You can't get anything further. It's the max gauge they're going to give you. I think if they extended it to 300, then you would really get a varying number. But unfortunately, they didn't, so you don't. And it's quite easy to get 200, so yeah. Crimson Crater. Not so much this one, but Security Corridor. You get a lot of areas where you can just not gravity dive, the other move. I don't know what that move is called. But yeah, you get that move, and you can just latch onto walls like this here. Make your tight turns early, you'll save about a second or so. Yeah, you could. I don't. Whatever. Doesn't really matter either way. Should be able to get a good time regardless. I don't think it's any extended version of that though. It's just the normal track one up, or gotta hurry up a little bit. Right, this is where you make your magic. Don't air ride, just do this. It's a lot easier. Don't know if that's any good. It is. The best is 102, which means you have a very large range for this extreme rank. I think it's about 114 or 115. I just barely made it. But yeah, you have a very large range for this extreme rank. The tips I can possibly give you are, you want to latch onto the walls instead of just completing the trick. It's a lot easier and it's faster too. You'll still get GP regardless, even despite the fact that it's 30. You'll still get GP regardless, so that's usually a lot faster for you. And that usually accumulates time-wise. Right, so the ring mission. 130 is for normal. It gets a little bit harder as you progress through each story mode's tracks to do each set of missions. It gets a little bit more difficult. Using the brake is your most wonderful thing. It really is. When it comes to ring missions, it's definitely your most wonderful thing. But also your clock is your most is your arch rival. Your clock is always your arch rival, and you really got to make sure you keep it in check. It's very important that you do. got normal, 140, 160 is super. This is actually, I believe, one of only 2 tracks where if you wind up figuring out the trick I'm generally using to get ridiculously high race scores, this is one of 2 tracks I believe that it doesn't work in. It's just not effective. Right, so I don't have a lot of time left. Missed plenty, but alright, 238.
Sweet.
Best is 290. Trick mission 36 minimum. If you've taken note of how many trick ramps there are, you'll understand why this is so high. Usually you start off with right. I think it's the case here too. You might actually start with right. You start with right. I don't remember what was second though. I think it was down. Yeah. And then I think it's left and up in that case. You don't go up there because I don't think you can. The game won't let you there. So up. That's 4 for 4. And then right again. The cycle starts again. If you wind up pulling off the cycle. Right, you got this additional trick ramp here. You do have a bit of time, so you might actually wind up using it to get additional points here if you wish. I got a C apparently. See, that would be the way you do it, but I kind of got screwed a little bit. I have a little bit of time, not much though. Alright, whatever. We'll leave it at that. But yeah, you go back and you do that. That's a critical thing there. 4, 3, 2, whatever. Done, 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 and done. 86 is max for me. Or, well, my max. I presume you could actually pull off 90. But like barely. If you're very good at the half pipes there, then you'll be awesome with tricks in general. You just got to be very good with the half pipes. The same premise applies to half pipes actually. If you use the same directional pads on the half pipes, they work too. It's all about the timing. The timing is a little bit more critical there though. Right, this grind mission is a little bit difficult. You really want to pay attention. Because it gets ugly quickly. It really does. Also note how fast you're going. It just goes up and up and up. One more. Done. Nice and simple. There doesn't need to be anything further with that. Nice and simple. You want to pay attention though, because it gets a little bit ugly there. Gravity dives. Minimum is 500, but you can actually do 3 times that, or nearly 3 times that. If you know what you're doing, of course. If you truly master this, you'll be able to do any of these missions that are coming up. The first lesson is you want to start off right from the beginning. That's lesson number 1. You also don't have to run start either. You can also just do this. Once you cross the line, you can just do this, and you get a little bit more time to do your gravity dive. But that usually tends to happen once in a while, so. He'll be forced out there. If you can land one, that's very good. If you can land one, it's awesome. It really is. Why am I going down again? I lost plenty of time there. Really did. That usually doesn't happen to me, actually. So I don't know. That usually doesn't happen to me. Make sure you take advantage of the trick ramps as much as possible. Very important that you do. Try not to get a crappy amount of GP. I'm getting like 20, 25. I've got too many 25s already. Yeah. Crap, I'm almost out of time. 5, 4, 3. I'm not gonna make it. Nah. I screwed up one too many times at the beginning of the course there. I just didn't have enough time. I could have made it though. Just like barely. That was kind of stupid. Okay. But yeah, you don't need to run start if you want to get that little extra boost at the beginning. Just start off with a good number. Try to top off your boost gauge as much as possible. Missed it, but alright. I'm gonna take it as is. Usually if you want to get a double S, just hold right and then press the button. Just hold something. It doesn't really matter. I usually just hold right. That was a good forward time there. But yeah, this last section is where you make your magic, and this is also where you get most of your points. You want to try to get at least 2. If you can get 3, that'd be nice. Done. 50-63 is only the record, yeah. But yeah, it's really quite simple if you think about it. GP is plenty available as well, so all you gotta do is just get it. Right, this type of mission. You're gonna be running on foot, and you want to try to get as many attacks as possible. With this mission, you immediately want to go forward because everyone else starts moving immediately. So you really want to start moving already. All you need is 3 for an extreme rank. I already got 2 without even starting, and 3 is done. Or I think you need 4. I really don't remember. Apparently you need 4. I thought you needed 3. But yeah, you can get all 7 if you know what to do. You can get all 7. You can most certainly get all 7. Yes, you could do that, but yeah. Do you really need 5? For the extreme rank? I didn't know that. I always thought you needed 3. Something don't make sense here. I don't think I'm making 5. It's not happening. There's no more track. Is that really super? Yeah, it is. Wow. I always thought you needed 3. Yeah, I thought this was like that easy, but apparently not. You need 3 just for normal. I don't know why that is the case, but whatever. Try to get as many as possible, I guess, then. the dash panels is way faster when it comes to that. Don't worry about the robots behind you. Try to get the robots ahead of you. Because the robots behind you can always catch up. Unless you first, that means you gotta wait. If you first, that means you're tight. No, just right, let's try and catch this one robot here. If we can. If we humanly can. Please? Damn it, you son of a bitch. Alright, we gotta wait. I got 4 again! I hate you. Oh, this game. This game is wonderful in its own way. But yeah, as I said, you can get all 7 if you know what you're doing. I just don't remember what I was doing. With a little bit of luck, of course. I got 3. Getting high tricks again just gets you a little bit faster speed-wise. So you'll be able to catch up a little bit more effectively if you get some high ranking tricks. If you get a C, for example, it's a little bit tight. First again. Oh, you made me go through the trick ramp. I hate you. Well, I got 5. Don't know if I could get 7, but I could probably get 6. I know what I'm doing. This one's probably very hard to catch, though. This one's very hard to catch. There's always that one robot that's really hard to catch. I think we'll wait here or something like that. Okay, never mind. 5 is 5. We're done with that. There's always that one that's really hard to catch, and if you wind up actually catching it, hey, you're in the driver's seat then. Right, time items again. Remember that it's very important that you collect these time items as much as possible. Try to go through the route that has the most time items. This may require a little bit of strategy. This first trick ramp, it's dependent on a... This first time item is dependent on a high trick. I think a double S will do, but yeah, anything lower, you're royally screwed. Okay. I missed that one time item, so we can actually go again. I don't know why I went backwards. I always have that stupid habit sometimes that's just like going backwards. This may be slow, but you're getting time items. You're getting 3, so... It may be slow, but you're getting 15 seconds. I don't think you want to pass that up. Make the right turn to get that time item. Time items are here now. I don't think you want to pass that up either. Very, somewhat close to my best time. I think I missed one or something like that, but whatever. Good enough for me. Note that you finish with about 30 seconds more than what you started with. It's very important that you collect those. Okay, break, next. Astro Babylon.